Hello everyone, once again it's your girl Miss Sophia the Diva, and I'm back here for episode 2 of season 1 of The Quad. This particular episode was called The Invisible Man. Many of us in high school had to read Ralph Ellingson's Invisible Man, and remember throughout that entire narrative, not once were we really even told the main character's name, and he became part of something known as the Brotherhood. So here we are addressing that issue in The Quad. We've seen the 2-hour movie, one episode from last week, as well as now we're on episode 2, and I really like this. And I hope BET continues to make good quality program. Again, it does make me wish that I had gone to an HBCU for college. Maybe I can go teach at one or something. I don't know. Someone on Twitter I did notice did make a comment and say that they felt as though the Quad was representing HBCUs in a negative light because it was displaying all the issues that go on behind the scene. Here's the deal. Colleges like Bishop College and Morris Brown, and I don't know how many others, are gone because of mismanagement and misappropriation of funds. Not to say that that doesn't happen at major universities or whatever, but you hear about it more so. The mismanagement of schools happens a lot at HBCUs. And, you know, it's really sad that my dad's school no longer exists, which is Bishop, or even Morris Brown, which had been around for we don't know how long. But this episode was very good. We got quite a few laughs, especially on Twitter with Noni, who I have dubbed Lil Tink Tink. The president's life, professional life, is upbeat and on the uptick, but her personal life, I don't know if they spend a lot of time making money and trying to provide the best for little badass Sydney. Because Sydney need to get her ass tightened up. The way she talked to her mama, I'm like, girl, do you know how many people would love to be in the position you are in? You ain't got to worry about paying for school. You ain't got to worry about being in the struggle. I was telling my friend today in our conversation, we were talking about being in college. I said, you know, she said she had gained weight. I said, I lost so much weight. I remember Miss Delois from the church was like, baby, do we need to send you a care package? After my first semester, because I lost about 20 pounds and went from a size 8 to a size 6. Yeah, my school, I don't know, cereal, sandwiches, and salads became my meal while I was in school. But either way, let's get into talking about this episode. The water's back on. It's game day. I think this was the scrimmage. And lots of things are going on here. So Cedric Hobbs, when we left off, had been arrested for the murder of his girlfriend. After further investigation, the deputy district attorney comes by and lets the president know that Cedric Hobbs will be let go. Cedric feels some type of way, and he has every right to be, because when his mother saw him in jail, I think it totally freaked her out. But at the same time, as a mother, she went into survival mode. I've got to get my cub out of this damn jail and not let the system take him. And so, remember, she ran off and was like, I got to go work overtime. I got to make some money so I can get my son out of jail. But when they did further investigation, they found out that, of course, Cedric could not have possibly committed this murder. And I have a feeling those people from the nightclub are the ones who murdered her. They followed her down to Atlanta and caught her off guard and strangled her. Simple as that. Problem is, just like the president pointed out, is that Cedric Hobbs has an arrest record now. And I'm like, is there anything that can be done to expunge that from the system? And I believe there is. I don't know, because it's been a long time since I've had to deal with criminal courts. But comment down below to any of my lawyer friends who know. Can't you seek an expungement for an arrest? Can you get that removed? And there's several systems I do know that it has to be removed in. But Cedric's out, but he's bitter. As a matter of fact, he got a little crunk with his mama, and she asked him why he was being such an asshole, and he was like, well, what are you asshole when you left me? She was like, oh, Don't make me tighten your ass up out here in these streets. I was like, you should have. But then again, I said, you in front of jail. They probably would have arrested you too for assaulting your child. Then he got to figure out how to get his mama out of jail. And it is the South. But, you know, I was like, that is so disrespectful. You don't talk to your mama like that. Coach is looking forward to the game. He's being interviewed, I guess, probably by one of the little local bloggers or newspaper people on campus. So I'm like, oh, Lord. Papa Big Texas, I'ma call him. Mr. Folsom, the white dudes from Texas daddy showed up with his racist ass talking about colored you. I said, you know what? I'm gonna need for you to not go there, okay? And first of all, just be glad some school was willing to take your son, because yes, he's playing football, but he's also getting an education too. So what, you want him to be down to the gas station? Yeah, hey Felicia. Yes, girl, you've got to catch up on this show. It is so good. And I'm trying to remember everything because I wanted to just do it off the top, because there was so much stuff going on in this episode. And we had us a good laugh here on Twitter at the expense of the little girl that thinks she was big and bad enough to play in the band. Oh, when Cedric got out of jail and he went back to his dorm room, I understand he's stressed out and strung out, but the first place I would have been trying to do is wash jail off of me. Instead, he coming there getting smart and snide with his roommate and went back to calling him blue blood. But I'm like, it's not him that's the problem. It's his daddy, because we learned during the tailgating, the Blue Blood's older brother was like, look, I know you love daddy and all, but you know, daddy really about power and looks. He ain't about justice. He just about power and position. He was like, I know, everybody love daddy. I was like, boy, you better get your head out your ass and realize some of us need to take ownership. I love, you know, some of us, we love our parents, but we just got to be real about who they are sometimes, okay? And this dude's daddy, all he care about is how it looks. Did we not cover that on Being Mary Jane? The look. Putting on airs. Now, maybe I missed something and maybe I need to go back and watch, but Noni, the little girl who knows music so well, did she let Ebony get set up to end up getting sent home? Something wrong with her. I have a feeling, I call it little Tink Tink. She gonna mess around and snap, and either she gonna kill herself or she gonna go off and beat the hell out of somebody damn near to death. Okay, something wrong with that girl. She is not right. You can tell because she gets this, you know, like this. So anyway, she's in the band now. She done challenged someone. I mean, even if she didn't know, my other thought was, well, maybe she's going to try to get back at the people who hurt her roommate, Ebony. I don't know. Because I don't remember. Comment down below and let me know. Did Noni set Ebony up? Did she know that she was going to get hurt and injured to the point where she would not be able to return to band? Or is she simply seeking vengeance? When they were having band practice with that evil ass drum major, Noni couldn't get in step. So her new name is now Lil Tink Tink. Lil Tink Tink couldn't get in step. So they went and had a conversation with the band director, Dr. Diamond. Dr. Diamond told her she needed to get some balance. So he put her up on this little little step up thing, and she almost damn near fell. I was like, if she don't stop this shit, she gonna mess around and she ain't gonna be marching nowhere but to a damn ER with a broke ankle or a seriously twisted ankle. And she was doing this stuff in the dorm. At one point, I was like, surely old girl and her are going to end up going into fisticuffs, because she is just acting really ignorant right now. You in a dorm. It's not just you in the dorm. Don't nobody want to hear that noise. Girl, what's wrong with you? So when the old girl picked up, I said, and that's when the fight broke out. But didn't no fight break out. She ended up getting demoted back down to 4 because she still couldn't get in step. Even after she done got demoted, she is determined. I said, okay, little Tink Tink, you trying to pull an Elizabeth Warren. She persisted, okay? But I don't know. Something about her disturbs me, because in the previews for next week, they kind of showed her in a very negative light, like she's messy. Like she's trying to cause some sort of chaos. But then again, I don't know if those are the guys that had something to do with her roommate being injured and sent back home. I don't know. But essentially with little Tink Tink, I hope it work out for her. But I hope she gets some medication. She need to go down there to the campus clinic if they still got one. Strip club owner. I love him. I'm so here for him. I said, that's the ultimate hustler, honey. Get it how you live, okay? Folk be looking down on the strip club, but it's my understanding that most gentlemen clubs have good buffets. Okay, I do know they have good buffets. I've been in a couple. Not to perform, of course, but I was going because, hell, I was hungry, and the guys were treating. Why not? So, them wings be good. Cloud9. So I forgot what the one we went to when I was stationed at Fort Jackson for a little bit. Some in South Carolina, I don't know. But either way, I'm glad to see that this man who had basically been closed out because people don't feel as though his money was good enough, but had it not been for him, the school would probably still have no water, and next the lights might get cut off next too. But, you know, he has a catering business. So he's got catering. He's got car washes. He's got gentleman clubs. I mean, he's just the ultimate hustler. And so he wants to cater events at the school. And he's so grateful to the president that because of her, so he's able to give back to the school that gave him so much. I mean, he said, I got a great education there, and I just really want to give back. I was like, I know all money ain't good money, but to me, it seems like he legitimately is earning money. I mean, people come in there, throw money for the girls, and they buy a little liquor. You know, they pay a little entry fee. Hey, there you go. And people do what they gotta do and shit. I was like, hell, are they in it? He is willing to pay for a couple of his girls, and I'm sure that's probably why they stripping in the first place, is because they want to get a degree so they can get up and out and not have to twist and turn no more all up on the poles. Because sometimes, you know, being a dancer can be dangerous on the pole. Okay, from what I understand, I've never done it myself. I can't tell you how to do it. Sydney need to be snatched up and tightened up. She getting on my nerves. She popping off at the mouth on her mama. Now, that's why I was so glad when her mama was like, you know what? At the end of the semester, you take your little ass home to your daddy because I'm sick of you. And she was like, well, I'm getting sick of both of y'all. And I was like, okay, that's when you would have gotten smacked. She told me, don't make me get you. Don't make me slap you or something. And she was like, which you ain't going to do it in public. I was like, I would be like, Jesus, give me strength before I knock this child out. Give me strength before I knock her out, Jesus. I don't even have children, and I'm 40 years old, and my mother is still very much alive and well. I wish I would pop off. I would end up somewhere in the damn wall, okay, or slapped into next week, as the people used to say. I wish I would talk to Susie Mae like that. Child, I ain't crazy. I am not crazy. But, you know, Sydney's just one of those kids, and that's why I said in the beginning, I really wonder if they spent a lot of time making a life for her, but not spending time with her constructively. Like, they were probably one of those parents that had her in all these different activities and stuff, but really weren't giving her what she needed, which was mother-father, mother-daughter, father-daughter time. I could be wrong, but that seems to be the problem. I don't know what her husband's name, and I don't know why I can't think of Anika Noni Rose's character's name. I just call her Madam President. Her career life seems to be together, but her personal life is in shambles. Six-pack and enrolled in schools because he want to be closer to her with his fine ass. And she talking about, I'm going to fight for my family. Girl, no sooner she left his apartment letting him know that it was over and done with, because he was like, you ain't done with me. You know you want me. You a little weak. You want me inside of you. I was like, inside of her? Okay, six-pack. But it's obvious that you really, really like this young man, and your marriage is over. Yes, you and your husband had one last tryst in the bed, and I think he probably was like, I'm just going to go ahead and get it one and done. I'm done with you. Bye, boo. Sure enough, some little white man standing up there looking like Santa Claus, standing there at the gate, talking about, are you, whatever her name is, we'll say Madam President. And she goes, well, yes, I am. And he was like, click, you've been served. I was like, damn, that's how y'all process serve people now. That's all right. I'd be scared I might get shot, but okay. So her husband is like, he's done. So I was like, damn, and you just broke it off a six-pack. You just told him you gonna fight for your family. Polo Tink Tink. Polo Madam President. Cedric goes to visit the grave of Tasha, because they already had the funeral. He missed it by one day. Sydney is ditching her detail because she just feels like she is above. Because did y'all see how she showed up dressed for detail day at the stadium? She was decked out like Hillary on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, honey. I said, well, go ahead and get it, girl, but your shit gonna be jacked up. That little Chanel and Gucci you got on just gonna be oochie all messed up. Cedric does not want to stay at GAMU, and I kind of don't blame him, but at the same time, when you have a university where one of the top people is supporting you, I think you might be in a better place than what you thought. Just like for me, I could have gone a lot of places for undergrad, but I chose my particular school because of the support network that I had before I got there. My recruiter was always available to me whenever I wanted to talk. And I think that's important. And then even in law school, because I worked in the law school before I went there, I had a support group there. So I understand why he doesn't want to stay, because it is like dude got arrested. But I'm like, on this campus with all these black young males, somebody been to jail at least once or pulled over, harassed by the police, or been accused of some things. So I don't think that there really is room for anyone to judge. Kieran, on Twitter, we had us a good laugh, mainly about little Tink Tink and her sax. Here's the deal with all of that, her twisting and spinning and can't seem to get these moves. Baby girl, put that damn saxophone down. Do the moves first, then add in the sax. Ain't nothing wrong with persistent, but you're going to end up down in traction at the ER, okay? Get it together. Dr. Diamond, I think I talked about this already. He had some sort of pain and the drum major took over. So I think the drum major must know that something's wrong with Dr. Diamond, but no one's talking about it. So I'm curious to see how this progresses. Six Pack did forewarn Madam President that your husband don't want you, and he knew that. That's right. Somebody said, when I said that Noni was back to fourth chair, somebody said Ebony is somewhere like, that's what your ass get. Somebody called Noni the little engine that could. So after getting served with these papers, Madam President is pissed. Is she big mad? A little mad. I think she was big mad. But my thing is this. Now, we don't know the complete story. We know that she was married for 18 years. We know that she lost her previous job because she cheated with her grad student, which we now know to be Jason. My thing is this. Does Madam President have room enough to be angry for her husband wanting to move on because of her infidelity? Now, we don't know the backstory, but all we know is that, let's just say, the only thing that ever happened in that marriage is that you decide to step out and get you a taste of Mr. Goodbar. Okay. So, if that's the case, are you truly entitled to be that angry? Because she was like, I will take you for everything you got. And I'm like, really? That's called deflecting, because you should take responsibility for the shit that you did. Now, he told her at one point, I think last episode, I've had a lot of women thrown at me, but I thought my wife and my family was more important than just a little fling. I was like, ooh. But old girl didn't, so she went out and got her some Mr. Goodbar, honey. The white dude, Bo, that they recruited from Texas, he's a damn good quarterback, but the coach doesn't feel like he should be playing and say he's going to put up somebody else. Now, Big Daddy Tex, Bo's dad, I don't know what his name is, was it Mr. Folsom, I think I heard somebody say. He feels like his son should be starting, and that will be a great way for him to get out of colored U. Sir, you need to go ahead and take your ass right on back to Texas with your racist observations. You should be grateful that someone would even bother to want to take your son in, okay, after apparently what he did. I guess he was accused of some sort of crime. Needless to say, game day comes. He ends up playing like in the last half of the game, and he just didn't perform the way he did, and his daddy Rambo'd him. I was like, see, why y'all let the white man do what you two black parents should have done with y'all little smart ass kids. I don't give a damn if you're 18 or 65. If your mama's still alive, she probably can tighten your ass up. Okay, she might be able to tighten your ass up. I said, that's a damn shame. Big Daddy Tex to show you how it's done. Don't you sass me, boy. I was like, ew, okay. But I think that's all I've got. Comment down below if I missed anything. Let me know. Let me know what you think about the quad. I'm really curious because I honestly really like it. Again, I think it's positive television in the fact that it does shed light on certain sides of higher ed, especially at HBCU. I'm curious to know what my Aunt Deborah, if you are watching this because you are in a position at a HBCU, please let me know your thoughts. And all of my other friends who are graduates, proud graduates of HBCUs. If you're watching this, please let me know what you think about it. Felicia, I know you graduated from Grambling. Arlene graduated from, was it Alabama? Sicily too, Alabama. But anyway, that's all I've got. So I want to wish you all a great day. Anyway, that's all I've got. Stay fabulous, and you've been all that.